Hi everyone! I've had so many people ask how to find the best airfare for their vacation, so I'm here today to help. Airfare is a giant game of chicken where you hope to get the best price for your flight. You don't want to find out that the price dropped after you buy your ticket, or worse, you wait and watch as the price skyrockets from one day to the next. It's a lot like playing the stock market. The key is to educate yourself and know how to get the best value at the time you book. I have some tips that I use every time I book airfare, which are tried and true. My first tip is learn how to maximize Google Flights. Google Flights is a fantastic tool to help you search for flights. If you have set dates that you need to find flights for, then I start by going on google.com/flights. Okay, now we're going to search for airfare from Philadelphia to Orlando. At the top of the page, you'll put in your search information, where you are leaving from, where you're going to, and the dates. Then Google will display a list of flights they consider to be the best based on price and duration. Make sure you take note of the number of stops and the total flight time. Some flights may not even arrive until the next day. You can check this box to limit your results to non-stop if that's your preference. Not very exciting though. To get the most for your money, however, you need to expand your horizons. If you are fortunate enough to live in an area that has multiple airports within driving distance, you may be able to find a much better deal. The great thing about Google Flights is that it can compare all these airports at once. Take, for example, our trip to Orlando. Instead of just choosing Philadelphia as our departure, we can add Newark, the New York City airports, or even Atlantic City. You can also search multiple arrival airports, but for today, we'll just focus on one. Now search. As you can see, the best deal for this trip is leaving from Philadelphia. My next tip is wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Sometimes you have travel dates set in stone, and other times you may have the ability to wiggle them a day or two on either end. If you are able to wiggle, you may be able to save money or get better flights. So let's look at the last trip. Once you have your results, you can click on the date grid. Here you can see the cheapest flights available on any combination of days. The price graph feature is great if you have a lot of wiggle room and know the length of your stay. If you know where you want to go but don't care when, kayak.com allows you to search within a month to find the best fares. There are other search engines which have similar features, so you can compare to get the best deal. To buy or not to buy? That is the question. So once I'm armed with the information I need, I have to decide if now is the time to buy or wait. On both Google Flights and Kayak, you can have your itinerary watched so that it will track prices and alert you of changes. I also really like the Hopper app for my phone, which also alerts you of price changes and will give you recommendations of whether it is time to buy or wait. Be warned, however, that's not a guarantee, and like the stock market, unpredictable changes can happen. On a recent flight I was watching, I watched in horror as the prices ranged from $700 to over $1,100 within the same week. So make sure you keep an eye on it and you don't wait too long. If you have done your homework and know the price range for your flight, buy when you feel like the price is acceptable. Don't expect a flight that normally sells in the $400 range to suddenly dip to $250. If you wait too long, the flight could sell out and you'll be stuck on a longer or more expensive one. Always go to the source. When I buy, I always buy direct from the supplier. Even with consolidators like Cheapo Air and Expedia, you might end up paying more than buying directly from the airline. I always make sure I get credit for my miles by entering my frequent flyer numbers. Keep in mind, flights from Southwest Airlines do not show up in these search engines. You must search on their website to compare flights. I love Southwest, especially since they allow you to bring 2 full-size bags without charging you. This can be quite a savings considering bags are going for $60 and up right now, round trip on most economy flights. And last but not least, the holy grail of cheap flights. Are you feeling a bit adventurous and have a big bucket list? If you have the flexibility to build a trip around a fantastic airfare, I have a money-saving secret for you. You need to have a Twitter account. Now, I hate Twitter. I really don't care what Beyonce had for breakfast or the latest quote from some random politician, but Twitter has a real gem that can help you find insanely cheap airfare. Follow The Flight Deal on Twitter. Make sure you turn on notifications so it will send deal alerts directly to your phone when they post. When you see a deal pop up, you have a very small window of time to book it, anywhere from a couple of hours up to 2 days, but no longer than that. It's a bit tricky, but they walk you through the process of how to book it. The flights posted leave from major hubs in the US to destinations all over the world, and you can find some crazy deals. How about flying from LA to Paris for $258 round trip? Or maybe New York to Barcelona for $267. I know, crazy, right? If you are flexible, this can be a fantastic deal. I'm sure these tips can save you a bunch of money. And thanks for watching. From here at Jill's Jolly Holiday, go have fun!